Hello everyone, Civ Extraordinaire here, and I'm super excited to bring you guys the Victor OpenDev. Now, this is going to be quite similar to the Lucy OpenDev. However, there are some slight differences, namely being it's been 4 months since we've had the Lucy OpenDev. So I'm not going to go ahead and bring you a rundown of the mechanics. I'll kind of explain them as I go along. If you want to see the Lucy OpenDev, that should be in my playlist. I have a whole playlist with tons of Lucy OpenDev content. So if you want to watch through those 10 or so episodes, go ahead. But the game should be a lot more improved, a lot more polished. I've already heard some very good improvements about the OpenDev, but there are some similarities. First of all, this is still in the alpha, unfortunately. I think it says somewhere it's in the alpha. But that's just how it's working out, and I think I'll go a different route with the Olmecs, but I won't choose the Olmecs. But the base mechanics are still here: destroy layers, grow tribes, and really try to be the best culture or civilization that you can create. So we just collected a curiosity, and that grants us some culture and science, or influence as they call it in this game. Not culture; they don't want to be too much of a straightforward Civ 6 ripoff. But we have our first tribe down here, and basically how it works in the nomadic tribe, it's not like Civ 6, where you settle a city down immediately or within the first few turns. You actually have a whole era just dedicated to exploring different areas and really ensuring that you settle down where you want to. So it opens itself to a lot of play styles, and that is really one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to with Humankind. But it looks like someone has found the Danakil Desert. There are also wonders in Humankind, and something you may notice here is that as soon as you embark on a river, it actually immediately restricts my movement. But in the turn after, I just collected some food curiosities, and that grew my tribe. But in the turn after, I can actually gain increased movement on that river. A really nice touch, kind of alluding to like boat travel and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and spread out. I'm kind of liking the start location. It is a set map, but I'm really liking the bays, kind of showing off Humankind's different terrain generation. So not as harsh as like that Nubian OpenDev that we kind of had to play a few, like 8 months back, I guess. But really nice. Okay, let's end our turn here, and I think I might settle in place in this region. I'm really partial to cities situated high up, kind of overlooking the land surrounding them. So I think I can turn my yields on somewhere. There we go. And they've actually changed this a bit, but we have our resources here. We have a prairie here, we have dry grass, and there's also some forest to work. So I think it'd be a good idea to settle a city here, and then maybe later on we can expand out to the rivers. So one of the interesting things with Humankind is that you can actually found outposts. So I'm going to do that here. Ooh, I don't actually have enough influence for that. I take that back. But you can found outposts in Humankind once you get enough influence. So we're going to gain some influence by collecting these curiosities here. So we got 5 influence here, which means we can found a outpost here. And that's going to also, there's some improved UI stuff here. But that means we can, there's some also recommendation here. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I'm still going to settle here. Anyway, it just shows you the surrounding areas you basically collect and govern. So I'm going to settle over here, I think, just because I'm kind of closer to that reef. And I know this is a good spot to settle, but I'm just really partial to aesthetic-looking cities, so I like to settle high up. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that next turn. Maybe we should collect this curiosity next turn, actually. Okay, let's do that. And we're not going to fight this deer. It's actually a passive animal, so it's only going to attack us if we go after it. And now we have some more curiosities, but also one of the unique features of Humankind is that things scale as you go on through the eras and you place down more outposts. So we will have to be a bit careful with our influence. We also, looks like we discovered a new wonder. Venice? Where is that? Where is that? I don't think this is Venice, is it? No. Okay, it's kind of being weird. I'll go find it later. But let's go ahead and place down our first outpost. And that is going to be the foundations for our capital. Okay, you go over here and collect this curiosity. And that should be good. But we already have some rugged highlands up here. So if we want to go for a culture like the Zhou, that could also be a good idea. I definitely don't want to go for the Olmecs, though the rivers are kind of tempting since the colossal heads of the Olmecs do gain some bonuses from that.
This way.
Ooh, and we found Mount Roraima. That's really good. That's also a Civ 6 wonder. And what does it do? Plus 5 influence, plus 10 stability, and plus 10 money. I'm really loving the visuals of this wonder. Really, really looking good here. Okay. Very nice. Though I think I like the Civ 6 design better personally. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm really liking the hexes of the wonder and the overall design aesthetic there. So once we've founded our outpost here, that's going to take 4 turns to construct, but I think we can go ahead and let that build itself. We want to go ahead and raid this den because I don't want any more animals spawning and being hazardous to our tribes here. We're also just going to ransack that, so that should be good. Ransack successful, and then I guess we can move off of this and keep moving along. I've also noticed that the speed has improved greatly. There's some ebony over there, so we could have some ivory trade going up soon. But do the animals move? They do move from the cursor. Oh, that's the best feature here. But what was I gonna say? There's also just so much detail put into the game itself, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing how the game speeds have improved, because I have heard they have improved, and just looking at the wonderful terrain generation and the alteration, everything, just the variation and everything that Humankind has to present us. Looks like there's a ton of production here, some rocky fields. That could be an interesting city location.
This way.
But let's go ahead and raid this sanctuary. There's a giant mammoth over here. So let's, how do we ransack? There we go. Get some food. I think we also want to split up. So send you over to the forest, and then we have a ton of tribes just lurking about here. Very, very interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave my guy over here, because one of the things you can do with Humankind is... I did not split my tribes up. That was a mistake.
Can't do that.
Okay, I'll do that next turn, but one of the things you can do is drop your units into cities and immediately... We got a growth star. Okay, 5 population. That's pretty good. But you can drop your pops back into cities because it costs population to build units, as far as I know. So it looks like we're already ready to ascend, though. Interesting. Okay, I kind of am trailing on, but I guess the first thing we really want to do is start ascending. So this is pretty close to getting another tribe. We might hold off a bit and see if we can gain anything from here. Okay, these guys will immediately upgrade into warriors, so I think I'm just going to immediately transcend just because I want to expand fairly quickly. So the AI is also pretty competitive about getting cultures out early on. So let's look at our options and see if there's been any changes. We have the Hittites. They've always been combat focused, and then you can see the militarist and the different affinities here. So we have the Nubians, their merchants, the Olmecs. We played them in the Lucy OpenDev, their estate. And then we have the Phoenicians, merchants again. There are quite a lot of merchants early on. But I don't think we want to go for the Zhou. They haven't changed the Assyrians. I even made a video about them because I was kind of frustrated that they're still very militarist focused for an expansionist. There are the Babylonians, and I heard a ton of people were playing the Egyptians, so I might want to stray away from them. Harappans could be interesting. We'll have to see. I'm kind of hesitating or levitating between the Harappans and the Babylonians. So we have +2 science per research technologies, +1 food per researchers. Okay, this is kind of buffing specialists. One of my complaints I actually didn't have, or I had about Civ 6, was that they were, I don't need this, that they were not really having any civs that focused around specialists, so I'm glad Humankind is kind of touching on that. And I don't know if this accommodates any of our current starting situation. I think we really want to go with the Harappans, maybe, and see what they can do with rivers. That could be interesting, though. That might be a bit gamey. We do have some mountains we could work with as the Zhou, but I'm kind of worried that we don't have enough to work with. So that's kind of later off. We'd have to settle some cities over there. We do have a lot of coast to work with. We could do the Phoenicians, though. I don't know about the merchant cultures. The Nubians could be interesting. So could the Olmecs would be interesting, but I played them. Let me just go ahead and make a decision here. I think I might go with... I think I might go with the Babylonians, just to try out the astronomy house and that early science. So let's just go ahead and pick them. Maybe we can do the Harappans in a live stream, but I haven't really played with the Babylonians too much. And I do want to try out that early science. It is very tempting. So let's just go ahead and do that. Ooh, and I love our gown here. Love that blue and gold. Very, very decadent. And I do not need that. But that basically is helping us do our science from the astronomy house, and then we get +2 science per research tech on our capital. That is going to be very, very good for philosophers of the wilds. I've also noticed they've changed this perk from the Lucy OpenDev. But I want to see this cutscene that plays very quickly here. That was a bit loud too. Hope that's not that's not blasting your eardrums out. But we have the next era, so let's go ahead and wait for that to happen. And then looks like we have to wait for a few more cultures to catch up with that.
Later we rest.
Okay. Go ahead to the prairie. And get a curiosity there. Alright. There's also a mammoth. We could kill that. Though I don't really think we have the military strength for that, so I'm not going to be too ballsy here. Maybe we could do that with this unit here, but it depends if we can get to that unit in like 3 turns. I don't know. Anyhow, this should be upgrading in like 1 turn, so let's send you out here and keep exploring to the east.
Later we rest.
Alright. You can just sit idly on this capital, and then we should be ascending, since it is 1100 or 11,000 BCE. That is quite a long time.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay.
Alright, so we have transitioned from the Neolithic to the Ancient Era. Always love that little transition there. Looks like it's been updated a bit, as has everything else with the transition from the Lucy OpenDev to the Victor OpenDev. But they keep telling me about this grid stuff. I want to turn it off because I already know about this, but it's just going to keep telling me. Very, very annoying game. Anyhow, I think I'm going to drop this city here. So, okay, stop it. We can upgrade this to a city, and that immediately happens here. So let's just go ahead and do that, because I don't think we have really anything to lose from immediately taking that city. And then let's focus on maybe an astronomy house here. See how we can exploit this here, and that should be really, really good with the food. It also is taking stability away, which is interesting. I don't think it took as much stability away in the Lucy OpenDev, and it's nice to see that there is some focus towards that. But I am going to drop this guy into the city by disbanding him, just to get some early production up and really try to min-max my way through the city. I also can ransack my own city, which I definitely don't want to do. But let's go ahead and disband you. There we go. And that should go into the city, right? Did that not go into the city? Did I make a huge noob mistake? I think I may have made a noob mistake here. Okay. I thought that cost a pop. That should have disbanded into the city. No? Okay, well that's weird. Anyhow, I guess we can just go ahead and focus on food then. And that's going to be +5. Okay, that'll be +2, +4. This could be +7. So we get, what is this? +1 food per researcher. So this is really just for maxing out researchers. You can really place it anywhere, it looks. So I think we want to really grow our city first. So pop that down there, no pun intended. And that should be out in 10 turns. Okay, that is going to be a bit. But I hope that pop actually went into the city. Kind of would be irritating if I just sacrificed that pop for no reason.
Follow me.
Okay, here you go. No more wonders to discover, but we should find Vinicuca fairly soon.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, and we have some more mountains. The Joe wouldn't have been a bad pick. Not at all.
Let's go.
Okay. You go here. I don't really need 2 of these guys. You can split up. I'll just send this guy over here. And it might even be a good idea to send one guy to the capital to fortify. So, let's go ahead and do that. Send you back here. I really don't need that many scouts hanging about. And that'll be 5 turns. We also have some research. Since we are a civilization, I think we want to go with... What do we have to exploit here? We have some ivory or ebony. And do we have anything to actually improve upon that? Lumber, archers. Okay, palace or city's defenses is more for something else. That's for like defense. And we haven't met anyone else, so there will be a time for that, but I think it might be a good idea to go for a calendar to kind of supplement our farms. So we also are going to be kind of prioritizing farmers anyway. So that's a good thing. Okay. So now that we have our tech selected, they are going to start working on that farm. And it's going to be 10 turns until we go ahead and progress towards that. I want to turn the music down, though. It seems just a bit too loud, so let me just go ahead and do that. And there we go. Also, if it's too quiet or the audio needs to be adjusted, please let me know in the comments. That really helps improve my gameplay. So keep exploring here, and I think we've kind of explored this area. Okay, and then you're going all the way back. Perfect. Okay, I think this is the edge of the continent. So we'll have to see here, though. It's looking a lot sparser compared to the Lucy. Not sparser, that's not a good term. A lot more spread out compared to what we had with the Lucy OpenDev. So go over here. We're kind of getting into the tundra, so it gives me the impression that we're getting towards something like a pole here. Yeah, looking really, really snowed in here.
Follow me.
So we have some geothermal springs, actually. Very interesting. And... okay. I was wondering if the snow actually had decreased yields. It looks like it really doesn't. At least it's not that significant compared to Civ 6, where like Tundra only provides +1 food. So I will be making a few comparisons to Civ 6. I can't help it. But let's just keep exploring and seeing what we really have to deal with. Since this is a preset map, probably wouldn't be a good idea to do the same Let's Play several times. Maybe if it was randomly generated, we could get a few more Let's Plays out. But I think this is just going to be the one. And if you guys really like this Let's Play, please let me know by leaving a like and commenting down below. Also, I may be, how do I rotate here? I can't actually rotate the camera, but looks like there's some elevation here that I didn't notice. So we have to actually disembark from that hill. Very, very interesting.
Over this way.
And then I want to raid this sanctuary real quick for some gold if I can. I tried to place an outpost. Okay, I meant to ransack it. There we go. Okay, culture chosen. Looks like someone chose the Olmecs. Interesting. And that's what we chose last Let's Play. I almost said last episode, but that's not correct. Ooh, and we've discovered a new empire.
As the leader of a great people, to greet you in their name.
Interesting. Okay, well, hello there. Looks like their capital is right here, so we may want to go ahead and place down an outpost to kind of prevent any aggressive expansion here. And looks like we are cut off by a mountain range. So kind of curious to see how they develop their empire. And to see if the AI is really improved just a bit. Okay, we can't move. That deer is there. Stupid, stupid AI.
Let's go.
Always trying to screw me over. But let's go ahead and try to see what the Olmecs are up to here. Okay, unknown strategic resource. Nice that they put that there. We did not have that for the Lucy OpenDev, so that does help with future city planning. Okay, let's go ahead and do instant battle resolution. There we go. Okay, and we got some gold from that. So it was also called the Hunt, named after the region, which is kind of interesting. We did not also have that for the Lucy OpenDev, so it's nice to see the developers really are pushing for some improvements here. Okay, so disembark from that hill, and that did give us some vision, so it wasn't entirely useless. But what are you proposing here? Your opponent is proposing a treaty. Okay, so only trade luxuries. Okay, I don't really have anything against that. I'm all for free trade. I mean, I'm a bit of a capitalist myself, if I do say so. So, nice to see some animations here. I think those are also a bit improved. Okay, now exit out of this. And how is the city going? How are you guys going? Did they change the Olmec symbol? I think they did. Interesting. Though, something also is weird with the Babylonians. We haven't changed from the horse emblem here. Kind of weird that this happened. But let's move this over to scout over here and try to place down an outpost. Might even clear this sanctuary where we're at it. So there we go. And I think we may drop an outpost just in the center. And hope that guy doesn't claim any territory there. Or we will have to go to war. Because I am very, very particular about people settling territories right next to my capital. I'm a bit of a turtler myself. Okay. So, our science is doing okay. Once we get the farming quarter up, that should help with the astronomy house. So, ooh, you guys better not be building anything here. That kind of pisses me off. Ooh, you guys are in big trouble. Very, very aggressive. Okay, we're going to go to war immediately, because I do not... That's not acceptable to me at all. So, who are you guys? That is not acceptable to me at all. So, I'm going to immediately be going against you. No, 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 no. Okay. So, how much health do we have? Because that is like pissing me off extremely, extremely. It's just very agitating to see they're already going for that aggressive move. I may be a bit of a control freak here, but I just don't like that. So, go ahead and buy this farmer's quarter out. And I think we're going to immediately go for some kind of warrior after we... What is this? This could be useful. Let's just go ahead and use that. And convert our industry into science. And then that's going to help us research that tech. So we have that in one turn. Let me just go ahead and queue this up because I'm going to go to war immediately. So get calendar and then get carpentry. Or city defense. Let's go for carpentry after that, and that should be fine. Okay.
Absolutely.
So go over here, and I really want that wonder too, so if they do claim that, I'm kind of going to freak. Okay. You can also go over here. A war declaration is needed. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. And we can move over here and start attacking. Wonderful. Let's confirm this battle. And I think we have the high ground. Or don't we? Okay, I'm fine deploying here. It's kind of similar to how we ended last time. But, okay, stop. There we go. They do have the defensive position, so let's just end the round and hope they attack us. Okay. And let's just keep the, let's just be defensive here. Maybe we can even have some high ground. We're, like, completely equally matched. So, I think they're a bit fortified. We may be able to be at a disadvantage. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Maybe we can just retreat a bit. And hope they kind of wear themselves out. Okay. So no one... Did we just lose that? Okay, and that guy automatically died. No, he just retreated back here. Okay. So go over here, and we can end our turn. And then just group up and punish these guys here. Alrighty. Bit of a tense first episode, but just go over here and then combine with these guys, and we should be able to clear them out. Can we attack here? No, we can't attack next turn, and then we can raise that outpost. So, have you guys introduced yourselves yet? No, we couldn't ally with them.
The world is full of new opportunities, is it not? Hear my proposal.
I guess that's a no. Okay, well I'm gonna raise you to the ground anyway. So maybe I should have gone with the Assyrians. Oh well. Go ahead and get an astronomy house. That would be 3 science. That would be a really shitty astronomy house here. Let me see my farmer and quarter placement because we do benefit from that. So that would be +5. That would be +7. So I'm thinking we could get a pretty damn good astronomy house here. So let's just see how that works out. In the meantime, I think we're going to immediately place our astronomy house down. And then we can buy that out later. How fast can we build that? Okay, we're in science mode, so let's just put you over here and start growing our city since we are converting our production into science. And then we discovered Lake Baikal. Interesting. There it is. Okay, we want to claim that ASAP. Okay. That is great news, though. So I think this is going to be the end of the episode, maybe. I want to take an outpost first, though. So at least end on a positive note. And you can end here, and that should be a good battle. If we can at least make it over. Okay. So we have grown, thanks to the population there. And it looks like the Harappans, I think they're called, have not been too aggressive, so that's good. Alright, move over here. And then move over here. Great. Okay, I think we can fit up to 4 units in the army for our first few techs, so that should be good. Okay, and then can we combine you? Yes, we can. Alright. We have our little Ooga Booga destruction squad ready. Rearing to go and destroy some peaceful Olmec settlements. Okay, so we could get domestication. I don't think we have any horses here. No, it's over in that territory, so that might be something we want to grab. And then we wanted to go for city defense. Okay, and then after that, I think we could go for masonry. What was the archer tech? Maybe we already got that, actually. Let me just check my tech tree here. Here we go. Yeah, we already researched carpentry, so we can probably get some archers after we go ahead. And how long did this last? Okay, 5 turns. Okay, so I think we should be good there then. And let's just go do a quick battle and kind of advance against the Olmecs. Okay. Did the Harappans declare war on us?
Yes, greetings.
They did.
I hope you don't mind if I stare.
Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. Who declared surprise war against us? I don't know what that was. Okay. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and go against the Olmec city. They actually founded a city here, which pisses me off even more. I didn't think that was possible. But we're going to burn the city to the ground since I don't like its placement. I wanted to have something on the river, so yeah, definitely don't like that placement there. Okay, let's send this guy over here, and then after I do that, we can call this episode an end. Wanted to keep the introductory episode just a bit short, and then from there the episode will be a bit longer. But we found the top of the map, actually, which is interesting. And now we're going to go ahead and burn this city down.
Off we go.
And I think we can ransack it. There we go. Alright. Nothing like a little friendly genocide here. Alright. So, are we almost done with science mode? Okay, I think so. It's really helping with our text, though, because we were just speeding through that. So, great to see we're getting some use out of that, especially for our warfare. And then you can go discover this, and that's going to give us some even better science yields. So that should be good. Okay. But I think that's it. What do we want next? Let's get domestication and then end our turn. Okay, looks like people are still choosing culture, so the AI has been a bit slow. But let's just go ahead and take advantage of this, and I think we can burn the city to the ground. How long does that take to ransack? 6 turns until it's burnt down, right? So they're still ransacking that, and I wonder if we're getting gold per turn, or how that's working. Either way, I think this is going to be an end to the episode for today. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's been very eventful. We already went to war against the Olmecs. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. And this has been Civ Extraordinaire. So if you liked the episode, please leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. All right, see you guys later. Peace.